Here's Johnny.
Take your stinking paws off.
Be cool. Be cool.
You fools! You're in danger! He's alive! He's alive! Wait, 21 gigawatts! Hallelujah! Holy shit! You believe this?
Jack Burt, me.
We're pretty good to run, girly boy. Stop it!
What's up, movie lovers, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I am going to go through some more horror movies of my collection, and it just doesn't seem to stop. It's driving me nuts, but let's get through it and maybe move on to some sci-fi or some other genre, because this is getting freaking ridiculous. But let's dive into the first film, which is a very special and devastating one. It is The Road. Now this one is very hard to watch, and not because it's a bad film, it's because it is too good of a film. It is just very sad, depressing, oppressive. It follows a father and son through an apocalyptic wasteland. It is just insanely brutal. Like, they pull no punches, they show the grit and grime of having to survive in that kind of environment, and it is just a really great companion piece to the book that it is based off of, which I read before watching the movie and really enjoyed the little subtle touches that they changed up. They kept the spirit of the book, so that really stuck with me. And the thing that really freaked me out the most about this movie is that, for some odd reason, I guess it's because I live in a shithole town or something, but they filmed some of the shots in this movie were filmed in my hometown where I'm living. And it freaked the hell out of me because the very last shot is supposed to be a shot of a boat ramp or some kind of ramp going down into the ocean, and they shot that scene like 2 blocks away from my parents' house where I grew up, and it's only 5 minutes away from where I am right now. And it just freaked the shit out of me because I used to hang out down there and play in the lake down there. And just seeing that at the end of the movie, I felt like, what is the world ending? What's going on? If I leave the theater, I started freaking out. But that's my experience with The Road. So that's why it really sticks with me, this movie. And I wanted to do a review on this and kind of show the locations compared to the movie, but I just never got around to it. But maybe I'll do it someday. But yeah, Viggo Mortensen does a damn good job in it. Even the kid, Cody Smith McPhee, does a great job in the film. So definitely check it out if you have the stomach for it, that's for sure. But let's move it on to a Halloween classic of mine that, surprisingly, a friend of mine just asked me if this movie was any good. And I thought he saw it already because it really, for some reason, I really like it. Maybe it's stupid to you guys, but it is Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. Now, I put this in the horror movies. It's not really scary, but it has the atmosphere of Halloween and the Halloween spirit, like, to a T. Tim Burton does amazing with the visuals. Really has that really crazy foggy atmosphere to it. And Johnny Depp does a great job in the main role. Christina Ricci is actually really cool in this one. And it's just a really interesting take on the Ichabod Crane tale. But yeah, I love it. Okay, I love it. I don't know how many fans of it are out there, but I enjoy the movie. That's all I gotta say. Let's just keep moving on to I really like this one. This one's a mixed bag because the ending is so out of left field and so off-putting that a lot of people are turned off by the film. It is Frank Darabout's. Did I say it? Darabont? Why does it sound like I'm saying that wrong? Frank Darabont. Whatever. It's the Mist. I've never actually said his name out loud, and it sounds like I'm saying it wrong. Darabont, whatever. The Mist is just awesome. I love this movie. I've seen it in both the color version and the black and white version. Of course, the black and white version gives you a better feel for the CGI characters. They make them look more kind of realistic, I guess, because in the color version they do kind of look cartoony at points. But yeah, it's definitely a weird film where you got to kind of throw logic out the window. Characters escalate to insanity levels in such a quick pace that a lot of people are going to be off-put by it and just say, well, what, that doesn't make any sense. They were there for like 3 days in this this grocery store, locked there, not knowing what's going on, and they've already resulted to sacrificing each other and deifying a crazy lady as the coming of the next Jesus. You know, it gets really, really crazy really, really fast. But if you can ignore that kind of nonsensical, for a lack of a better word, bullshit, definitely check this one out. It has a zombie invasion kind of feel to it because they're locked in a grocery store trying to keep the bad things at bay, but it's just weird creatures coming out of the mist. It's like a Twilight Zone episode stretched out to a full-length feature. But the ending, I'm gonna warn you now, is very, very disturbing, especially if you have children of your own. But yeah, it's just a really fun, interesting film that makes you think, and just is a good celebration of what you can do in this medium with so many different stories to tell and just wild things to throw at the screen. So definitely check that one out. It's one of my favorites. But let's move on to a movie that is very underrated and just unappreciated, and I think wrongly hated. Because a lot of people didn't like this film, but I thought it was a good reboot of a kind of old franchise. And that is The Wolfman. I love this movie. I thought the atmosphere, tone, visuals, everything, the acting was all on par to do a nice kind of fresh reboot of the old Universal Monsters kind of storylines. Of course, this one's rebooting the Wolfman, and it's just got a great cast with Benicio del Toro as the main lead. You've got also Anthony Hopkins and what's her face? Emily Blunt. Yeah, and Hugo Weaving as the bad guy, of course. He's always a bad guy, that son of a... He must be an asshole in real life. But I love this one. I thought the effects were good. I thought just everything. Location. I don't know what people had problems with and why this didn't catch on to kind of reboot the rest of the Universal Monster Horror films. Instead, they waited and then they tried to reboot The Mummy with female mummy and just fucked it all up, basically. But yeah, this one's great. Love it. Love it. And this is Benicio del Toro does an amazing job in the lead. It's not like his crazy turn in Last Jedi where you guys don't know my hate for The Last Jedi. I've never really spoken about my love for Star Wars on this channel, or my hate for the newest Last Jedi that came out. Maybe I'll tell when the new movie, whatever they end up titling it, the one that comes out in December, Episode 9, when that comes out, maybe I'll express some of my love of Star Wars and my hate of that last Episode 8. But let's move on to more, well, not happy stuff, but horror stuff. The Devil's Rejects. And I'm sad to say I was not a fan of this one when it came out. Everyone was heralding this one as a masterpiece. They loved it. They couldn't get enough of it. Me, I watched it and I had enough. I was done. I didn't want to see it again. And I haven't seen it again, so I'm going to give it another chance in the near future. I thought I had, it's not I thought, I know I have House of a Thousand Corpses on Blu-ray somewhere. And I don't know where the hell it is. It's not anywhere in this area, so we will look for that. Hopefully it'll come up soon, but I've got The Devil's Rejects on Blu-ray. And I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to give it another chance because I do like House of a Thousand Corpses. I know this one's more a different tone to it. Same characters, but a different tone. I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance again and just open my mind to it. I don't know why I was so close-minded the first time I watched it, but I'll give it another look. But let's keep moving on because we don't have all the time in the world to get all of these damn movies run through. But let's go to a classic. I love this movie, probably one of my favorites. It is American Psycho. And I kind of look like my head can... Does it look like my face? No. I screwed that all up. Alright, American Psycho, great film. Christian Bale does an amazing job as Patrick Bateman, a crazy psychotic Wall Street psychotic in New York City, set in the 80s, great music. If you love Phil Collins, Huey Lewis, you're gonna love this film. Even Whitney Houston's music is in this. But yeah, so many great scenes, so many great moments. Lines, just situations. I've watched this. I watch this film probably 2 or 3 times a year. It's just really awesome. Mary Herron directed this one. I love it. Absolutely love it. Love the cast. William Dafoe's awesome, creeping up in there. I hate Reese Witherspoon, but she makes a little appearance in this, and she's fine. Whatever. But yeah, American Psycho, classic. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. You won't be disappointed. You'll be entertained for sure. Alright, let's move on to a modern horror film that came out in the last couple years. And it is A Quiet Place. Shh. Yeah, this one's intense. It is... I can never remember this guy's name. John Krasinski. John Krasinski directed this one from The Office. Really good movie. He stars in it with his wife, his beautiful wife, Emily Blunt. And it's just a really good film. Really amazing. I know there's probably there's a movie coming out that was based on the same concept. They say kind of, this one stole the idea, whatever, I don't give a shit. This one's just executed really well. The entire cast, from the kids to the adults, they all do great with this whole weird theme where you have to be quiet or monsters find you. It's just really great in general. And like I said, very intense. I mean, there's parts where you're on the edge of your seat, and then right when you think it can't get any more tense, all of a sudden they ratchet it up again, and you're just like, holy shit, how are they going to get out of this situation? So yeah, definitely check out this film. Really great execution. John Krasinski does an amazing job on it, both in front and behind the camera. But definitely check that one out. It's one of those films that make you feel like, hey, you know what, modern horror still is alive out there. But let's move it on to another modern horror film that I was kind of hesitant on watching it, just because the subject matter, I didn't feel like it was a film that was going to speak to me. But I went and saw, I didn't go see it in theaters, I saw it on Netflix or something like that last year, and it spoke to me. It is Get Out. This is Jordan Peele's first directorial effort, so I didn't know what to expect there. I know they blew the whole, African American theme overboard, almost where it was exclusive for anyone that couldn't relate to that situation of dating a white person and then being kind of overwhelmed and feeling out of place. But for some reason, I got right in with the main character. I was feeling what he was feeling, and it was just a good general film. It was a good film in general, just really intense, and you really get pissed off at the bad guys in this film. I was just like, there better be a huge payoff at the end of this, because these people are diabolical. I hated them to the core, and it was just a really good payoff. I love the roller coaster ride that this film is. I love the deception and just the weird, sadistic nature of it. It's just a really great film. Yeah, I'm sad I didn't see it in theaters, but I'm glad that I actually watched it when I had the opportunity to, because I was not disappointed, and it led me to Jordan Peele's next film that came out just 2 weeks ago, Us, and that one is just really great. I actually watched Us for the second time last Friday. Went out on a date and we saw that, and it was just as good the second time because you get to watch it from a different perspective. It's one of those films where something is revealed that you need to go back and watch it again just to see what was all going on. But yeah, really entertaining, great concepts, and just fun in general. But let's keep moving on to another movie, but this one I've not seen before. Watched the trailer, thought it looked really interesting, and then said, you know what, let's pick this one up. So, this one is The Psychopath. Yeah, never knew this movie even existed until recently. It just looks really cool. Definitely something up my alley. So if you've seen this one, please let me know how it is. Looks good. The Psychopath. Let's just keep moving on. I should have got a drink. I am so damn thirsty. Blah, blah, blah. Let's keep moving on to Invisible Ghost, an old classic with Bela Lugosi. Have not seen this one either, so this is on my watch list. I'm always up for some Bela Lugosi. The guy is a what's a good way to describe him? He's dedicated to his craft. That is a nice way to say, to describe Bela Lugosi. He's just really into the characters that he's playing, and just really intense on screen. Look at that face. I mean, look at it! But, yep, I will have to check that one out, because I have not seen it. There's so many films that I haven't got around to seeing, just like this next one. Yeah, there's just too many movies and not enough time. Especially when you're doing reviews and videos and all that stuff for YouTube. But let's go to the next one. It is A Study in Terror. This one was dirt cheap on Amazon, and I watched the trailer and I was like, damn, this looks like a lost Hammer film not done by Hammer Films. So I picked it up. It is pretty much based off Sherlock Holmes, and he's looking for Jack the Ripper, so how can you go wrong, right? But I don't know if you can see some of the screenshots down there to get an idea of the look and style. It's very lush, like a Hammer film. And I don't know, is this by Hammer? I don't think it is. Yeah. Damn good looking film though, so I am interested in checking this one out. It's always interesting to see him kind of a mishmash of Sherlock Holmes and Jack the Ripper. Interesting combination, and I'm looking forward to checking that one out for sure. I guess, horrors. Alright, next one. I lost my train of thought there, sorry. The next film is Chamber of Horrors. And I believe I've watched this one. I don't know why my brain's so foggy right now. But, yeah, it is a black and white, classy looking movie. And I just don't remember anything about the story. So, I'm sorry. But Edgar Wallace is a name to look out for. If you ever seen German creamy films, and I've tackled this a little bit on this channel, but I haven't in a long time, so it might be kind of new to you guys. But they're kind of German thrillers, kind of like the precursor to giallo films, Italian giallo films. But Edgar Wallace, right there, that name, Edgar Wallace is the guy who wrote most of the stories that are based off of it. And I have a shitload, I have a shitload of Edgar Wallace films from Germany. Creamy films. Oh god, it's gonna fall. But yeah, I'll be reviewing these ones in another day. But and that's not even all the box sets. I think there's like 2 or 3 more I don't have. But they're awesome, awesome films, all filmed in black and white. Well, most of them are. And just really, really whodunit mysteries with a lot of comedy sprinkled in. So it's a really interesting combination. And some of them get pretty demented too. So look forward to that when I start reviewing those guys. But Chamber of Horrors, I do not remember. I know I've seen it before, but I can't remember the exact actual story. Let's just keep moving on. Got out of breath there, and this still has wrapping on. Alright, next one is Gene Rollins' The Living Dead Girl. But I have not seen this one. There's a lot of Gene Rollins films that I have not seen. And I don't know why I haven't got around to it, but I picked this one up recently where it was kind of cheap in price, so I thought, why not? It looks like it's an interesting looking flick. Gene Rollins always has something odd up his sleeve, so give that one a view. Redemption put this one out, also Kino Lorber, so it was like a combination of distributor. But definitely I'm going to check that film out because I have quite a few Gene Rollins films that has tickled my fancy over the years, so let's see what that one has to do. But let's keep moving on to a modern horror that I've actually watched a few weeks ago for the first time. I did not see this one in theaters. I saw the first couple in the theaters of this series. I don't know where the rest of my movies are for this, but it is Purge, the first Purge. I know all these subtitles, like I can't remember half of them. But this is the first Purge, so it's a prequel that kind of started off the whole series to show how the hell this world even happened. How is this even possible? And for the most part, they make the concept believable because it kind of manipulates the poorer people to kind of go into the Purge to make extra money because the economy is so bad, and in the process that's how they depopulate the earth. So it's really, really it's a sick and twisted film if you really think about it. Like the concept, just like, jeez, damn, that's harsh. But yeah, I really love this one. I thought it was really great. Thought it was fun, entertaining. The characters were cool. The hero, you wanted him to win. And there was a lot of like a lot of small little things going on in the story to take notice at. But the Purge, the first Purge, really good stuff. I don't like the first Purge movie. See now, what the hell? They named this The First Purge, and then I can't reference the first Purge movie by saying The First Purge, so I have to say The Purge. So in the first entry of the series, Purge, The Purge, with Ethan Hawke, I do not like that one. They didn't really flesh out the concept of the Purge to make it make sense, so you're just like... And then the acting was kind of spotty, and then it was a house invasion movie, and I'm not a fan of house invasion movies. But they expanded it in the next two movies, really fleshed out the world and made it more engaging because they went out in the open world. You got to really see what the Purge was about, and you got to see the crazy people. It was more focused on crazy people running around the cities. Yeah, those two, number 2 and 3, are really good. This one, really good. So, if anything, the first Purge movie, the first entry in the Purge series is shit. Everything else is fun. Moving on. Happy Death Day to You. No, that's the sequel. This is Happy Death Day, the first movie. This one really came out of left field for me. I kind of went and saw it on a whim and was blown away about how much I was, how quickly I got attached to the characters and how much I was swept up in the story. And then when I saw the sequel, same damn thing happened. Went in just to see what the story would be like, and all of a sudden I was right back into that same film again, getting swept up into the characters and the situation. I love this film, love the sequel. Really, really great surprise. It was a happy birthday present, I guess. But yeah, definitely check out these films. Really cool. The sequel's going to be coming out probably pretty soon with video, but yeah, good stuff. But let's move on to the last movie in this video. And it is one that I watched, I watched it last week. I've had it for a long time, just never got around to it. I'm mixed on this one. I think the visuals are stupendous. Story's interesting. The atmosphere is extremely strong. Performances are good, but the pacing is just kind of... I don't know how to describe it. But it's Mandy! Oh, Mandy! But, yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this flick because Nicolas Cage goes batshit crazy at it, and that always gets a lot of people liking a film. I thought it was cool visuals, like I said. It's just drags. It's the most dragging film, and just like the director, Panos Cosmatos, his style of filmmaking is dragging the shit out of everything, and it's almost like in a dream, but it's in a dream that moves at a snail's pace. Visuals are beautiful. There's always it's ethereal at points, but it's just so slow. But I love it, and I'm going to see it a few more times to get a better appreciation for it. Beyond the Black Rainbow was a movie he did before this. I own it somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but it's another one. Really slow pace, stark visuals, heavy atmosphere, and there's almost like a mythological, dreamlike feel over every corner of the frame. They're almost companion pieces because they're just a similar style and tone and pace to them. But it's just an acquired taste. So I appreciate the film for what it is and what it brought to the table, and look forward to see what other crazy shit that guy comes up with next. But guys, that is everything for this video. I hope you found some ones that you forgot about. I mean, they're mostly known films, a few ones that kind of slipped through the cracks over the ages, but in all, that is what I have for this video. So, I hope you liked it. I'll see you guys next time. See what I have up my sleeve for future videos. I'm not sure yet. I want to get, for some reason this just popped in my head, I want to review Chud. Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. I haven't seen it in years, and I forgot everything about it, so I'm going to rewatch it and probably review it. I don't know why that popped in my head, but I'm telling you, and I'm speaking out loud right now instead of thinking in my head. But guys, that's it for me today. Take care, stay out of trouble, go read a book, go outside and enjoy weather if it gets nice out anytime soon, and I will see you guys later. See ya!